Hi babies, it's your girl Adriana again, back again with another video. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Adriana and welcome to my video. So I am starting off this makeup get ready with me full glam makeup tutorial with my full glam on. This is the look that I did do, and if you guys do want to see how I finished this look and did this look, go ahead and keep on watching. Alrighty guys, so first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and prime our face. I'm going to be using the Tatcha Silk Canvas primer. Alright, it looks like this. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit, and this actually helps my skin to help blur out pores. It's like a putty primer, but I feel like this one just works wonders for me. It's literally the best primer I've used ever, and it actually does help me blur out my pores. So that is a plus, a big plus, okay? We're gonna go ahead and put on this primer on my face. I'm just going to go boop. All right, and I'm just gonna put a little bit where my pores are really big sometimes, and then the rest along the face. Now I'm just going to go ahead and start rubbing this in my face. And if I don't look at the camera, I am looking at my mirror right in front of me. So just bear with me, please. To really work that the silk canvas into my skin. It's one of literally the many primers that I love, but this one has been my newest favorite. So the next thing that we're going to do are my eyebrows. Now I'm going to do one on one side and the other one in like fast forward motion so we don't waste too much time. I do want to let you guys know my eyebrows are not identical. My eyebrows will never be identical. So let's just get that image out there, okay? I try my best to make my eyebrows as best as I can, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil. It's in the shade Chocolate. Oh, you guys didn't see that. So I'm just gonna first brush out my eyebrows just because I need them to be set, you know. Next, we're gonna go ahead and brush out these eyebrows. Oh my god, my nose itches. And I try really hard to like make my eyebrows the best shape and form that I can on both sides. It takes me a while sometimes just to do eyebrows, but yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and brush out my eyebrows, and then I'm going to try and like shape them. So this one's going to be a little like, and this one over here, my left eyebrow, it is my favorite eyebrow ever. It literally is just such in a good form and shape. Like I literally never have problems with it. Until like today. I don't know why, but it's been giving me problems. But anyways, I'm just gonna line my eyebrows first just with the light hand, just so I can see the form that I want before I go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, okay? So I'm just gonna first go ahead and just start lining lightly. So now that I have them lined to the way that I want them to be, I'm going to go ahead and grab my dip brow, and I'm going to go ahead and start filling them in and lining them. Now I just do that extra step just because I am not comfortable yet doing my brows like on a freehand, especially with pomade. I don't use pomade that much, only for full glams usually. So I have the shade Chocolate in the Dip Brow Pomade by Anastasia. And I'm just going to grab my Jeffree Star Morphe collab brush JS7. I'm going to use this nice angle brush. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to like dip my pencil in there. And I'm going to do on the side. And then to get off the excess that I don't want, I'm going to go ahead, and as you can see, I do this a lot. I'm going to go ahead and just tap off some of the excess and just try to make the brush a super fine line. And then after, if I do need some retouching, I go ahead and grab the excess that I put on here, which is still fresh. So that's a plus. I'm going to go ahead and do this on one side so you can see how I do it, and then I will fill them in and do the same thing on the other side and fast forward. Okay guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead. Let me see if I should do it on this side for you guys. Let's see if I can do it. And I'm just going in with a super light hand, and obviously if there's a little bit of mess up, we'll go in with concealer after I finish my brows. So I'm just gonna go ahead, I lined the top, now I'm lining the bottom with a super light hand, and I'm not even going it at a full degree angle, I'm just slightly turning my hand, okay? And I'm just meeting to the actual point that I want to meet. Now, obviously, you know how to do your brows by doing the symmetrical test. So here's the start of your brow, beginning from your end of the nose. Then from a 90-degree angle, this right here, this point is supposed to be where I start my arch, and then this right here is where I end my brow. So they should all pass the symmetrical line test. It should always be that way, just to let you guys know. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and fill my brow since I already did the end. All right, I'm just gonna brush these brows out just to see what I got so far. So far they're looking good. I do need to darken them up a little bit, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna grab the excess from the top that I put on here. I'm just gonna do little lines to grab product and then do the same thing, tap, and go ahead and continue. This part of the brow, I go with the angled brush. I use the tip strokes to create hairlines and fill in the brow. And then just go in as much as I can. Brush out again. Shape. And that's what my eyebrow looks so far. Now I go ahead and do one extra step. I go ahead and grab again my brow wiz pencil. I go on the pencil liner and I just fill in those spots that I do want it to be a little bit darker. I'm using a very light hand, okay? Very light hand. All right, and that is my brow. I'm going to leave it like that because I think it looks absolutely beautiful this way, and I don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to go ahead and do my right side, and I'll be right back for you guys to tell you the next steps that we do. All right, I'll be right back. Alrighty, so we are done with the brows. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set these babies in place, and then we're going to go ahead and conceal. So for setting my eyebrows, I use the Kylie Jenner Kylie Cosmetics Kai Brow Gel. And what I'm going to do is I'm just literally going to apply this to my brows. So, and I just let the hairs be wherever they land. And I do them on both sides super quick. Oh my God, my nose is itching. I'm so sorry, guys. All right, and then I do it to both sides. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my Jeffree Star 7 brush, JS7, like I was using before. And I'm just going to brush out the gel so they can all get gel evenly. And then I'm going to shape them again to the way I want it. All right, let's go ahead and do the other brow. All right, so brows like them is all done. Now we have to conceal. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my NARS Creamy Concealer. It's the Radiant Creamy Concealer by NARS. It is in the shade Café con Leche. This is light 2.6. All right. All right, so that's what it looks like. And I'm just gonna go ahead and grab my Morphe M43 brush, which looks like this. I know it's literally filled with concealer. So after we grab my concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and dip my brush into the actual applicator, and whatever product I get, I'm just gonna go ahead and just finally take off any excess amount that I don't need really, and I'm gonna go ahead and carve out my brows. Now, carving out brows can be a super easy job. It really takes some patience. You don't want to mess this up, because if you do, you have to do your brows all over again. So I'm going to go ahead, put my camera on this side so you guys can see how I do my good side. So we're going to go ahead and start from the bottom. And we're just using a super light hand. All right, half my product went off when I was doing that, so give me 1 second. So I'm gonna go ahead and line the bottom, then the top, and then go ahead and blend it out. Sorry, my nose is itching so bad. I don't know why. All right, so literally I'm just curving this out, and what I'm doing when I get to my arch, I tend to just go ahead and just fan the concealer this way, aiming towards the end of the brow. I'm just gonna grab a little bit more product, and a little trick to mess up my brow. So I'm just going to continue doing this and then start defining my tail. Like so. Now the bottom is done. I'm just gonna blend this out.
When I already do the top, when I do the same thing, grab some product from the actual applicator and do the top. Now for the top, I usually go ham on it. I really don't take my time on it. I just go, whoo. Boom. Alright, top is done. Now we just have to blend it out. And there you go. Alright. Perfect.
So now that that brow is done, I see a few things, like few areas that I do need to go back in, and I'm going to use the brow pencil to fill in those areas that I do want that color in. But I'm going to go ahead and curve the other side of the brow. I'm going to go on this side, and I'm just going to speed forward, fast forward, whatever we want to call it, and I'll see you in a few. Let's get into the eyes, guys. So in today's vibe, I am feeling a little bit like a purple vibe, just because the shirt is giving me vibes of purple. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my James Charles palette. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and let's grab my brushes. So we're gonna do a nice dark purple pink kind of shade with some glitter on there. So the first color that I'm going to go into is this purple shade right here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pack that onto the actual lid and crease. There is a mirror in here, so I'm obviously going to be looking downward, but don't worry, I'm going to zoom in for you guys to see. So remember, I'm going to go ahead and grab my Morphe M506 brush. It's this nice, cute, fluffy brush. I'm going to go ahead and dig into this dark purple. And I'm not going to tap off the excess because I need this purple to be dark. I'm going to go, oh wait, we need to prime our lids. Oh my God, I almost completely forgot. We're going to put that here, stay that on there. I'm going to go ahead and grab my NARS Creamy Concealer. And I'm just going to prime my eyes with this because it actually does do me justice. I'm going to go ahead and just blend that in, blend. And I don't care if it gets to the bottom of my eye. That's completely fine. I have no problems about it. All right. So I'm just going to fan my eyes out just to get that a little bit more dry. I'm going to go ahead and grab this brush. It already has the purple that I want. And we're going to go ahead and pack this onto my crease. And I'm just going in with a light hand. And we're going into like literally like this oval. Don't just pat that in there. I'm just going to pat the rest onto my lid. Just be gentle with it. Take your time. If you are doing the same look that I am, just take honestly your perfect time with it, okay? You don't have to rush this. And I'm just blending that into the crease so I don't have any harsh ends. But we are going to put a color on top of it, so don't even worry about it if you can't blend that in right. I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit more just because I really want that pigment of purple. And I'm just patting that on there onto the actual lid itself. And just blend, 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 baby. That's literally all I could say. You're literally just blending. This is a 3-step process, and it's literally the easiest thing ever.
So I'm just going to fast forward this while I keep blending.
I'm just going to go ahead and grab my Morphe M441 brush, okay? This is what it looks like. It's like this cute fluffy brush, and this is going to help me blend out the actual rest of the eyeshadow. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab the Jeffree Star JS9 brush. Okay, this is what it looks like. I'm going to dig into this this bright pink over here. It's literally the last shade in the actual palette. I think it's called Spike. And I'm just going to tap off a little bit. And we're going to put this on the outer edge, like the outer rim above the actual crease where we put the purple. And it's okay if you put it on the purple. It's actually fine if you do it. It actually might help you more. And this is to help you give us that pink tone that we want in the eye. So trust the process, hon. And just blend, blend, blend. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and grab again my M441 brush and just blend this out together into the actual crease. And honestly, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to windshield wipe all the way down so that excess can come off here, and then I can clean it up with concealer, okay? I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit of that purple again and just pack that on there. Just so we can get the actual same type of effects that I'm trying to do, so I can have an equal amount of purple and pink when I do clean it up, okay? So I'm just packing that on there. I'm just gonna go in with my M506 brush, which is probably like a skinny, nice, fluffy brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and just try to soften these edges a little bit. And now I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease. So yes, this is a cut crease vibe moment. All right, I'm gonna bring in my other mirror. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab my creamy concealer from NARS. And I'm gonna grab the same brush that I used to carve out my eyebrows, which was the M432 brush, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and grab a decent amount, wipe off excess, and start going slowly. And we're just gonna do like a half cut crease, maybe 3/4 of a cut crease. But let's go ahead and I'm just gonna show you. So I start from the inside to the very pointy of going. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this ColourPop palette that I did create, okay? And I'm gonna go in with this silver shade right here. It has some beautiful colors in there, It is this color right here, okay? Now, I did create this palette. I don't remember the name, but it is a glitter. It's not a shimmer. So you really have to be careful about how you pack this on because there is a lot of fallout and it's really hard sometimes to actually, you know, take glitter off. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Morphe 152 brush, which is also a flat oval brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and just swipe it on there. And boom. So we have that purple glam look eye. So like as you can see, there's a little bit of pink, then it goes to dark purple, and then there's shimmer. Now the whole eye does cover that. So if you don't want to actually go in and pack your lid with purple, you don't. You just have to make sure you get that in the crease. I just personally like to go that extra step so I can make sure that I'm getting it and blending it out right. Now this eye is done. I'm going to go ahead and do this eye, fast forward through it, and then I'll come back on camera, clean this up, and show you the end results of the eyes, and then we'll continue with my face. So this is the final look. Obviously we have to clean it up a little bit, but that's what we're gonna do right now. So we're done with the palette. Really, we're done with both palettes actually, and we're gonna go ahead and just go ahead and clean this up and make that beautiful little line that we want. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Creamy Radiant concealer from NARS, and I'm just gonna make that line. Here's one secret that I do. I do actually conceal my eyes before I put on my foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and go ham on concealer. And then I also go ahead and conceal my imperfections, my pimples, all of that goodies, all those really goodies. And then this also helps conceal them and not show up through my foundation, which is the best part. So that's what I'm really trying to do. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and blend this out. I'm gonna go ahead and take one of my Beauty Bakery blending eggs from their 6 series. So there's 6 little eggs. I'm just gonna start blending this out.
All right, with the beauty blender, I'm only blending the teeth on the bottom with the beauty blender, and I'm going to use a Sephora brush that I got, which is the airbrush, which is actually works wonders, and I'm going to blend my under eyes out with that one. All right, now
I'm gonna grab that brush. It is literally the best foundation brush, concealer brush you could use. And literally, I'm just gonna pat this on, and it literally just works so good. It leaves my face looking like it's literally an airbrush who did it.
Now, the one thing that is kind of hard sometimes, I can't really get into my corners with this brush, just because it is a little bit big. But we figure it out. And then literally all I'm doing is just patting that in.
And then to get in my inner corners, I will use a beauty blender. Alright. So now we have concealed my imperfections, all of that. We're going to go ahead and put on foundation. I'm going to be using the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This is in the shade Fiji. All right, I'm going to give this a nice shake. And I'm going to put this actually on a little sponge, okay? I'm going to do 1.5 pumps for half of my face. And then you'll see the actual work and wonders this does. I'm just gonna do little dots around my face. And I don't expect it to cover my whole face. I just wanna show you how good this foundation is as of coverage. So literally, I'm just patting this on. This honestly is one of my favorites. And literally half a pump, it literally did my whole half side of my face, literally. And it looks nice and it looks flawless on the skin. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Now, once I do set it, it will look a little bit smoother. But what foundation doesn't look smooth until you put setting powder on it? Like, I don't know. Tell me. So I'm just blending that in a little bit more. I always tend to go the extra miles with blending, and I'm just patting that into my skin. Now I'm going to go ahead and do another little pump. I'm just going to boop, 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 and then boop on the top. I'm going to start from the top. After I am done blending with this brush, I do tend to go back in with a beauty blender just in case there are some streaks, but there's never really any streaks using that brush, honestly. But I'm just really extra, and I just like to go over my skin with a beauty blender. All right, now that we have that done, our face is done, we're gonna go ahead and do some contour. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Fenty contour stick. It is in the shade Walnut. All right, let me just show you this bad boy. Okay, this is in the shade Walnut. I'm gonna go ahead and literally beat my face with this. So I'm gonna do a whole long line, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, is she crazy? Like, now when I do my jawline, I tend to go out so I can get the actual jawline, but I just do a whole line and then connect it. I'm gonna go ahead and do my actual like line in the middle. I'm gonna do my nose with this as well. All right, my Cupid's bow. A little bit. I don't have that big of a Cupid's bow. I'm gonna put that away. I'm gonna grab my KKW Beauty light highlighter stick. I'm gonna put this on my nose. And on my Cupid's bow in the middle. And then now we're gonna go ahead and blend that. We're gonna blend that in, okay? So I tend to do this with a actual beauty blender. I think this contour sticks blends out so evenly, and literally I'm just patting that into my actual jawbone. I'm going to do the top as well, but this is not the only thing that I do on my Full Glam. I actually do go in with another bronzing powder on top of that, so I do look a little bit more dark because, you know, I want to be a dark bitch, you know? I want to look tan. And just literally just pat that in your skin. Like this contour stick, it literally does wonders, and it blends in so nice and effortlessly. I can't even like tell you how much. And I don't even have to use an actual like what's it called? Like it's a brush that you use for your nose, like your nose contour brush. I don't even have to. I just use it with a beauty blender, and it does wonders as well. Like literally my nose is contoured now. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my Fenty Beauty bronzing bronze, what's it called, and some warm bronzer. It's in the shade Shady Biz. All right, I'm a fan of Fenty Beauty personally. I absolutely love it. It does wonders for me. And I'm going to go ahead and grab one of my oldest brushes from Wet n Wild, and I'm just going to literally do that on all the places I put my contour. Looking pretty good. I know I'm looking a little bit crazy right now, but you're gonna see right now. So now we're gonna go ahead and set our face. I'm going to be using the one and only Laura Mercier setting powder. This is one of my favorite setting powders. I have it in the shade Translucent. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Morphe contour and highlighting sponge. I'm just gonna go ahead and just literally bake, okay? So I like to do a cute little line and then start going under. And do the same thing on the other side.
And sometimes it just doesn't pronounce how much, so I have to go in and do a few layers. Right.
And now here's the fun part. Literally where the bronzer and the contour is, I literally just go a whole line. Do a little bit on the chin, which is actually a lot. And do the same thing on the other side. And then we're going to do a little bit for the forehead. All right. We're just going to let that set. I'm just going to put a little bit more under my eyes. Now, I never really explained to you why I do what I do. Wow. Why I conceal before my foundation. One, not only does it help hide the glitter, but it also helps me brighten my face before. I'm one of those people who doesn't like to put that much concealer. Like, I didn't even put concealer on after my foundation. It's something that I've gotten so used to, and it's because I just personally would rather have not that big of a brightness on my face, just because that's just the type of person I am. Like, anybody else could do it, like, you could pull it off, but just me personally, I don't like to have like that huge like boom brightening, you know, even if I'm doing a full glam. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start wiping this off, brushing this off. And literally this is one of my favorite setting powders just because it leaves my face looking so smooth. Like, I can't. I'm just blending that in. And then I always go on top with the brush a little bit, so I can make the bronzing and the contour look a little bit more subtle, which is what I always do. And then I'm just gonna let that bake on there for a little bit, and then we're gonna go ahead and highlight our brows. We're gonna do highlighter, blush, lips, and then setting spray, and I think we're done from there. And then I'll show you the final finish look. All right, so my full glam is basically foundation. Most of the time when I do a natural glam or a soft glam, it's obviously not going to be like boom eyes. But my everyday makeup wear is sometimes I'll use foundation, sometimes I won't. It's literally just setting powder, mascara, glitter on my eyes, fill in my brows, and then lip gloss or like a lip mask from Tatcha. And then I leave my house and I look bomb. Like today I just did one. It was like between like maybe like 10 minutes I get done with it. So that's definitely a video that I would love to do for you guys. Just comment down below if you guys do want me to show you my everyday makeup look. And then I can also do a soft glam for you guys. But this is definitely a high glam. I'm going to go ahead and dust this off. So I'm just close my eyes just because I do. And I pat that in first and then sweep away. And my face literally just using the setting powder, it brightens my face enough, which I love personally. I didn't have to use for concealer. So now we're gonna go ahead and use a blush. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Tarte, I think this is the Artist. This is the Amazon Clay Eye and Cheek palettes. It's literally so cute. I'm going to use this abstract color right here, and I'm going to use that for my cheeks. I don't like to have like really deep rosy cheeks. I just like to have a basic nice mauve moment. So always smile when you do that so you can get them on your cheekbones. And I just brush that outwards. Same thing on the other side. Oh, that did that one darker. And then I go a little bit on the nose. Get that cute little moment. And now what I do to blend this out so it's not just like stained on there, I grab a, if it's there, no it's not, okay. I'm going to use my setting powder brush that I used. And I'm literally just gonna brush this out to blend that in, to give me that soft, subtle blush look. All right, so once that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and do my inner corner, which we have to do. So I'm gonna grab my Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and dig into the I'm In It shade. This is going to be my inner corner, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Morphe 250-0 brush. It literally just says dash, and it's like this fine tipped brush. And that's what I'm going to use for my inner liner. This literally, I personally love this. It turns into, when you mix it with like a pink or purple shade, it'll mix in really well. And I personally just love that. Now, sometimes I just do it lightly on there, and then I'll grab a bigger brush and go in deeper more. I'm going to go ahead and grab my smudger brush from Morphe. Okay, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. Pat in there, get off the excess, and then just do that inner corner for you guys. Now, I'm not a person who does lower lash lines. That's just not me. Once in a while I might do it, but personally, like in this case, I just think the makeup look looks great. That it doesn't need a lash line, especially with the mascara that I'm about to put on. So I'm just gonna make that so nice. So see, like it's literally a white shade. It has a little bit of pink, but it comes out like so beautiful, and it blends in with the actual shade. So I'm loving this so much. I may have just messed that up, but that's okay. All right, and then I'm gonna actually use that as my brow bone highlight. I'm just using the same smudger brush for some reason. All right, so it's very like minimal there. Now I'm gonna actually do my eyelashes. I'm not gonna put any lashes on today. I am going to be using the Fenty Beauty mascara. This mascara does work wonders, okay? I'm just gonna go ahead and do that for you guys. Oh, I forgot to curl my lashes. I'm gonna grab my Morphe lash curler or whatever. And we're gonna go ahead and do that. Curl them. Oh, that hurt a little bit. All right, now that they're curled, we can go ahead and do this mascara. So I tend to always go from the root up. I think that's the best route that you could go, especially if you're trying to do, like, have that type of volume. All right. Like, look at that dimension compared to this one. Like, you definitely know that Rihanna ain't playing games in her collection. This mascara does do its justice. It does its word. It does give out that volume that you do want and need in your lashes. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do the other side. And just wipe off that excess at that point so I don't have any accidents. Now, sometimes not all lashes are gonna look the same, especially if you apply the same mascara. So what I tend to do is I use two mascaras actually. And I know that sounds crazy, like it's a lot of coatings, but it's not, because I'm going to show you my trick. So I'm going to go in with a second mascara, and this is the Lights Camera Lashes from Tarte mascara. I'm just going to apply that on there. Oh.
On both sides.
All right, and that is what my lashes look like. And then I personally do something out of the way. I grab a spoolie brush and I just brush them out just so I don't have any clumps or anything. Sorry about that. So I just brush them out. And boom, those are my lashes. Now I'm going to go ahead and spray my face and set it with the Urban Decay All Night Setting Spray. Yes, I set my face a lot. I'm going to dry that. And now we're going to go in with our highlighter. I'm going to use a e.l.f.